Hi, Mike.
Hi.
I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about your story.
Okay. Well, it all started out was our washer and dryer went out, and there's the apartment style, so they're stacked up high. So it went out, so I needed to get it out of our shed. It was like a garage. So I moved it out and unhooked all the plumbing and everything, but it was getting dark, so I didn't get it out of the shed. The next day, had my wife help me get it out of the shed, and I had to pick up the front end while she pushed this big old huge unit to get it out of the shed. And that night, that's when I was in pain. So went to my doctor the next morning. He gave me some pills, and I was up all night, couldn't get any relief. Next day I called him. He said, okay, take double. And these were like every 6 hours, but it gave me about an hour's relief, and then it just, so we just, after about a week of that, of being in pain, my wife said, we need to get you to a chiropractor. So my doctor gave us the worksheet to get the x-rays, and so we went online to see what Medicare did, and they gave a list of names, so we just looked at yours. It's okay, let's try them. And so the first visit with you, Kim, and Dr. Bell, and he explained everything what was taking place. It wasn't the moving of the washer and dryer that did it. It was my whole life of motorcycle accidents, car accidents, 18 years of roofing, and all of a sudden it caught up. So that's what the things that was happening. So they showed me what they can do, and they said you can't go on the way your discs are crushed like that. You'll have to have surgery, and they're going to have, or you can do what we do. And so I was, do what you do. So yes, the insurance didn't cover it, but we thought this would be a good investment for us. And so we did have some money saved through Dave Ramsey's how to, put for emergency fund. And so we had that emergency fund, and so that's what we use. But the first, with the first interview with you, Kim, and Dr. Bell, and shown everything that was taking place and stuff. And when I came in on crutches because my hip, my thigh, my knee, my calf, my ankle, and half of my foot was numb, but the rest of it was all in pain. So I couldn't put any weight. I came in on crutches, in pain, and sitting here with you and Dr. Bell, and I'm in pain. So after all this, they, if I can remember, he just kind of did a little bit of adjusting, not very much, and they put me on the stretching machine.
Decompression.
Yeah, the decompression. Yes, that's the right word. And so, so that night, I felt released in this leg, this whole leg. And the next morning, I got up with my crutches, and I felt I can put some pressure on my leg. I thought I better not, mess with it. But the next day, this was the weekend. That was a Friday. We came in here on the weekend. I'm not going to use these crutches anymore. And because you were telling me, I was taking a lot of Advil, and you were telling me how bad that is. So I thought, okay, I am going to quit taking Advil, because I quit taking those drugs because they weren't doing anything but making me crazy. So I quit doing that and just kind of went along with I had Monday with an appointment here, and I walked in this office without the crutches.
Awesome.
And yeah, so just that little bit just changed my life, So it got to where I was backing off on the Advil till I just completely stopped. One of the things that you shared with me is the healing process. This was very important to me. The healing process was, you're going to feel good at times, and then you're going to feel bad at times, but it's in the healing process. So I remember that and I go, okay, I get it now. So here's in my mind, I see this level of healing. Okay, we're on a trail, we're on a path of healing. So on this path, you're going to feel good, and there's going to be pain, and there are going to be times with no pain. It doesn't make any difference about this because we are on this path to healing. That helped me out.
Great.
So when, that don't make any difference. We're on this path. That's what I'm looking at there. So that helped me a lot. And a lot of I now, I couldn't move my toes. I can move my toes now. That was a kind of like a miracle. I'm sitting there watching TV, and this was probably about a week or so ago, and my on my recliner, and my feet are up, and I'm watching the TV, and all of a sudden I noticed that my toes were moving. I go, oh man. I told my wife, I go, my toes are moving. So now I only have just a little bit of numbness on my big toe from all this treatment. So from all the treatment, it's been helping me. There's a lot of things that I had to overcome. One thing I like about this place is everybody's compassionate. Everybody is, really seriously compassionate. And there's good humor here. It's a good place to go because I come in here, as being a pastor almost 40 years, you see people, you see the people's pain, you see the reactions. So I look at the staff and I see the compassion, the true compassion for the people that are coming in hurting. And I like how there's joy in this place. And then I have to go by what the Bible says about Proverbs. A merry heart does good like a medicine. So since this is, alternative medicine, that's what we come into here, is a nice, joyful place. Everybody, it just, with the compassion and the joy and everything, it's just a happy place to be. Another thing is Glenyce. I have the phobia of shots, needles, big time, but she helped me go through that because it was like I was taking 4 shots, 2 in each side. And then one time 1 in the hip, so that was 5 of them, So one time I said, you know what, Glenyce, this side is really bothering me. Okay, we'll get that too. I shouldn't have said anything. Anyway, she's great because I was taking, the shots twice a week, but she helped me out in it. She has such compassion. She goes, okay, we're having a little poke, now sting, and so it got to where when I'd come in, I'd see Glenyce. I go, oh no, I don't know if I like her or not. But you know what? She became my friend. And I would say to her, you know what, you're my friend, and friends don't hurt each other. So I took that, and she really helped me through to the last times when I was having those. I had one of them, it was like 7 of them, but I was able to make it through, without freaking out, passing out. What I would do after she would give me the injections, I would sit up. Of course, I would be sweating and everything. I said, okay, let me just sit here and just breathe a little bit. Then I say, okay, now I'll be okay. I'll make it outside and get some air. So that was my routine. Sit up, rest a little bit, and then go outside and get air. So everybody knew I'd be walking out. I'll be back. This is just a marvelous place and changed my life. This recovery is awesome.
Great.
This place really helped me out.
We love to hear it. Thank you so much. You said fabulous things.